Welcome back to another instalment of New Zealand's Bird of the Week, where in this video I will be talking about the New Zealand falcon, raptors that thrive in a variety of different habitats and remain today as among New Zealand's most potent of aerial predators. I hope you enjoy. As New Zealand's only falcon and last remaining endemic raptor, they are robust predators at 40 to 50 centimeters in length, with the males being a third of the size of the larger females, the former weighing up to 300 grams and the females up to 740. All ages have a dark eye alongside broad wings and long tails, with adult birds having brown backs with a streaked cream breast and a rufous undertail. Their closest relative, as has been determined through genetic evidence, is the South American aplomado falcons, which do indeed bear a very similar appearance and fill in a very similar niche. Adapted primarily to hunt within dense forest, they are also found in more open habitats such as tussock land and grazed hill country, and even in pine plantations, being found all throughout New Zealand apart from Northland where suitable habitat occurs. There have even been efforts made to encourage them to breed in vineyards in the Marlborough region to protect crops from other birds who would otherwise feed on them, keeping them away through both their presence and their predation on the populations there. There are three separate forms recognised: the bush, eastern and southern falcons, which have some differences that separate them, ranging from their respective size, weight, colour, habitats and range. The smaller of the three, the bush falcons, live mainly in forests in the North Island, also having generally darker plumage, with the southern falcons being the intermediates in size and colour, living mainly in the southern part of the South Island, in and around Fiordlands and the Auckland Islands. The third and largest is the paler eastern falcons, which live mainly in the open and dry habitats east of the Southern Alps, but also extend from coast to coast. Further genetic research and neutral genetic markers have shown a recent history of two forms, and so there may well be a South Island subspecies and a North Island one, which makes sense given that they're cut off from interbreeding. They are sometimes confused with the on first glance similar swamp harriers that are a more common size, often being seen around roadkill and hovering around, though the two differ in some clear ways if you are to tell the difference. Swamp harriers are a good amount larger than falcons, about twice the size, having a more slow and deliberate glide to their flight, also having more rounded wings when compared to the pointed ones of falcons. Falcons, on the other hand, fly with more rapid wing beats and can dispatch prey in the air, which harriers will rarely do. Harriers are also the raptors seen mainly feeding on roadkill, since falcons will almost exclusively take live prey, and aren't usually seen next to the sides of roads, also given their lower numbers, and are rarer to see regardless. When it comes to attacking their prey, as is common with other falcons, they mainly target other birds, ranging in size quite a bit, from introduced starlings and thrushes all the way up to pheasants and paradise shelducks, the latter of which the females do better with given their larger size. They are of course opportunistic and will also take rabbits, stoats and hares, which can be 6 times their weight, alongside a range of insects. They often take out their targets effectively by sometimes flying in at speeds of up to 200 km per hour to kill targets outright, and if that doesn't work, they can bite into their prey's cervical vertebrae with their toenail tooth, which they then wrench back to quickly kill their prey once grabbed. Like other falcons, they don't build a nest, instead laying their eggs in simple scrapes in a variety of locations, usually under a rocky outcrop, areas which they will very aggressively defend, attacking intruders with aggressive dive-bombing strikes to the head, and have no problem doing it to people too. Breeding in spring and summer, they can lay up to 4 eggs in 24-hour intervals, with male birds hunting and providing food to their partner as they incubate the eggs. Said incubation will last for about a month, with the chicks then fledging after another 30 to 45 days. Although still widespread, their numbers have declined and face a good amount of factors which makes them very vulnerable. Because they're ground nesters, stoats and rats can easily get to their nests, and alongside this, habitat modification and degradation has meant that they have less places to safely catch the food they need and to raise their young. Illegal shooting, collisions with cars and windows, alongside electrocution by landing on uninsulated power poles in open areas, also proves to be a big threat for them. Their population has been estimated at about 3,000 to 8,000 pairs, which, given how Kiwi have a total population of about 70,000, shows just how perilous their position really is. And with that, I thank you for watching this instalment of New Zealand's Bird of the Week. For next time, you are able to vote for the Chatham petrel, burrowing seabirds that became restricted to a single forested island. With that, I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.